Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning out here in Buckeye. We are so grateful that you have come to join us. My name is Tony Cruz. I am the prep headmaster for Great Hearts Roosevelt, and I will have the pleasure of emceeing today's event. To start us off, I want to introduce to you Headmaster Stephen Philibaum. Stephen is a fourth-generation Arizonan, born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. He graduated from Paradise Valley High School. He received his BA in Religion and Applied Ethics at ASU. He's married to his wife, Raina, and have 3 children, Adam, Ezra, and Sophia. This is his 11th year with Great Hearts, and he's worked at over 4 academies throughout the Valley in both Archway and Prep. And so I have the pleasure of actually working with him every day. It's been so much fun. So what I'd like to do now is just welcome up and invite him to give our opening remarks on this beautiful, groundbreaking event day. So everyone just please welcome Stephen.
Thank you so much, Tony. Well, thank you everyone for being in attendance today. I'm so grateful and humbled to be here in front of all of you and to be able to celebrate this with you. It's great to be with wonderful people who are invested in the expansion of this beautiful mission that we hold so dear here at Great Hearts into the West Valley generally and of course specifically into Buckeye. For those who do not know here, we currently have with us over 500 students and 50 teachers assembled together in the NPR watching this live right now. So hello everyone. Thank you for celebrating us with you right now. So and interestingly, I find myself speaking to 2 audiences. To Archway Trivium East, this is the culmination of a very long journey. A 7-year odyssey of building and refining and nourishing a community, all the while patiently waiting for a new home to be built on the horizon. A home whose architecture and size and function reflects the beautiful and glorious sanctuary that so many have worked to build within our humble walls. It is fitting that in our 8th year, we open Great Hearts Roosevelt to be that home. Old traditions see the number 7 as a number of completion, something that brings closure and fullness, and 8 is the number of renewal. The 8th day is once again the first day, and it represents new life and a rebirth. It is in this rebirth that we partner together with the audience here in attendance to create something anew and afresh together. To those of us, our other audience who's here joining us as leaders of the West Valley, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all you've done to invest in this vision. I know some of you who know Great Hearts have been also patiently waiting for this education to come into these beautiful neighborhoods and join your community. I want to thank you for your open arms and open hearts and all the work you've done and will continue to do to make this mission possible. There are also those who may be new to the Great Hearts vision, those who may be watching this at a later time. If I may be so bold to say, Great Hearts Roosevelt and the mission this school seeks to fulfill is something I think all of us are long awaiting for. It's something that satisfies something each of us longs for. Our mission, as you've often heard and will never cease to hear, is to cultivate the hearts and minds of students in the pursuit of truth, goodness, and beauty. I often start tours by discussing how well prepared our students for college, and then tell parents, but that's not why we exist. We also talk about how well we prepare students for the essential careers that we all know are so important and the ever-changing business landscape. We do a great job at that, but again, that's not why we exist. We exist, simply put, because we believe this education and this experience will help your child live a more meaningful life. A life filled with beauty, with goodness, with the ceaseless pursuit to understand oneself and each other and the world. This is what it means to be human. And this is what our vision is. It's simple. It's perhaps overly simplified. Though I could not estimate the painstaking work over the past, 2 decades now, that Great Hearts has tried to execute this vision. It's so simple, so difficult, and yet so clear. As I was reflecting on this complementary idea of the old and new, right? This combination, this kind of rebirth. I began to think about Great Hearts in this light. In embracing classical education, we are hearkening back to days of old and learning from those who have gone before us to see what it is that has touched the hearts of adults and children for generations. Phonics and fairy tales and fantasy and poetry and painting and song and science. A quick overview of our curriculum, of the way we teach, of the virtues that are fixed upon our walls, and you will see we're really doing nothing new. We are reclaiming the simple yet difficult things we have longed for and sought out in every day and in every age: truth, goodness, and beauty. And yet, at the same time, this work is so very new. As we all know, age-old problems have manifested themselves into new challenges. There are yet new frontiers and new adventures. And today we seek to partner with you to equip our children with this age-old, rusty armor and these old tools of discovery, and lead the next generation through these new frontiers. The old and the new are inseparable, and it is represented so well in the journey of so many here today, a journey that's both beginning and ending on the same day. I'll end here with a brief invitation for students who are watching, parents who have been cultivating this vision for so long. Let's embrace our new friends with open arms. Take their hands. You've been there. Guide them through these first steps into the adventure that is the Great Hearts experience and will be the Great Hearts Roosevelt experience. For families in the audience or people who are new to this community, we invite you to come build something new with us. Grab a shovel with us, so to speak, and help us lay the foundation for the school and for the next generation. I wish I could list off everyone who's been involved in the building of this project. There's so much that's happened just to even get us to this very day. Stuff that began years ago, from even the founding of East. And so thank you to everyone who helped get this work to this place. We know this work is just beginning. And I invite each of you to help create this campus together, to create a sanctuary for things that are true, good, and beautiful in this beautiful and special community out here in Buckeye. Thank you very much.
I'd like to introduce now Mayor Eric Osborne. The first time actually we met was when I happened to join a fastener company out in Buckeye to build beds, and Eric and I had the pleasure of building beds together and then taking them to a family in need in Central Phoenix, which was really a great experience. But Eric Osborne was elected mayor in 2020 after serving in the Buckeye Council as a District 6 representative from 2010 to 2020. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Construction Management from ASU. Go Devils. Mayor Osborne is the owner of OCM, a construction and maintenance company based here in Buckeye, Arizona, and has been employed previously in construction and land development and project management. He's a graduate of the first Buckeye Leadership Academy and is also a Blue Blazer and member of the Fighter Country Partnership, a group that supports the men, women, and mission of Luke Air Force Base. He also serves in the Maricopa Association of Governments Regional Council, Transportation Policy Committee, Economic Development Committee, and Greater Phoenix Economic Council boards. He is a native of Arizona, and he and his wife Tina have a daughter and son, Emma and Jack, and reside in the community of Verrado. So please welcome with me, Mayor Eric Osborne.
Thank you. I forgot half of that stuff. Thanks for the great introduction. That's fantastic. And we did, I was at least there when beds were being built. I don't know how many beds I actually built. I'm a mayor, so we don't really do anything. I don't know if you all knew that or not. Well, thank you and good morning. I am thrilled to be here today at literally the beginning of something great here in Buckeye. Construction of the 23rd campus for the Great Hearts Network, the Great Hearts Roosevelt Campus. As the mayor of Buckeye, one of the most important jobs I have is ensuring our future generations of residents have access to the best education possible. Great Hearts Network delivers on that and more. The class of 2021 had nearly 700 students graduate, secured over $58 million in merit-based scholarships. Let's say that again. Secured over $58 million in merit-based scholarships. Achieved higher scores than the national average for both SATs and ACTs. So we cannot wait for this campus to open its doors in August of next year. That is, unless Caliente can move faster. No pressure, Caliente. Yes. Malcolm Forbes, the founder of Forbes magazine, once said, "The purpose of education is to replace an empty mind with an open one." Great Hearts delivers on this as well. 93% of all their students will immediately attend college. That is fantastic. 74% are attending college on a scholarship, and 56% are pursuing STEM degrees. So when these students graduate and head off to college, they'll be prepped and ready to change the world. Not only from an academic perspective, but with versatile skills in athletics, language, arts, music, and performance. The best part about this location and campus is the room to grow. Coming in at 25 acres, this will be the largest of any Great Hearts campuses. As Buckeye continues to attract more residents, business, and employers, we will grow right along with you. And we've already talked about the next several campuses that you're going to build here in the city of Buckeye as we grow. Thank you, Great Hearts, for choosing Buckeye for your newest campus. We are thrilled to have you here and the benefits you will provide our community for years to come. Oprah Winfrey is quoted as saying this about the importance of education. Education is the key to unlocking the world, a passport to freedom. This campus will no doubt unlock the world to the next generation of Buckeye residents. I look forward to the ribbon cutting next August or sooner, Caliente, so I can see firsthand how this campus will transform Buckeye and the students who attend here. And I'm excited to get started with the groundbreaking. If you're okay, I'll run this back here instead of one of these shovels. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
The next speaker I would like to introduce is Eric Twist, a man that I've gotten to get to know better and I've come to just respect more and more every day. Eric is a third-generation Arizonan. He earned his undergraduate degree from Trinity University in San Antonio, Texas, and his master's from Oxford University. So I have to be very careful what I say, or else I'll get in trouble, because he knows more than I do. From 2009 to 2011, he served as the Dean of Students for Veritas Preparatory Academy, where he also taught 7th grade Lit Comp, 8th grade Medieval History, and 9th grade Humane Letters. So I'm prepared to offer him a job today, actually. Eric is the founding headmaster of Archway Classical Academy Veritas, where he then served as a vice president over all Great Hearts K-5 academies. He now currently serves as the president of all Great Hearts Arizona. Eric and his wife Allison have 6 sons and reside in Phoenix, Arizona. It's my pleasure to introduce and bring up Eric Twist.
Well, the naming of a school is a special moment, and I want to talk a little bit about the naming of Great Hearts Roosevelt. You know, over the history of Great Hearts in Arizona, we have named our schools after the cities that we've resided in. We've named after schools, named schools after things that we've aspired to, like truth and heroic excellence. And sometimes we name our schools after a person, Cicero or Lincoln. And here we are, I think, at the convergence, actually, of a geographic naming and a naming after someone that we want our students to admire. So we do sit along the Roosevelt Canal just here to our southeast, and we thought it would be fitting to name the school Great Hearts Roosevelt, not only because of proximity to that canal, but also because of the particular person that we decided to name it after, thanks to our good CEO, Jay Heiler, who actually had the idea. It is not named after, as many of you might expect, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, many schools named after him, or Theodore, Teddy Roosevelt. We actually went a little different this time. We named it after Quentin Roosevelt, the son of Teddy. So let me just say a couple words about Quentin. Quentin was, you might, as we might say today in the parlance today, was a bit of a privileged boy. The son of a president, grew up in the White House, was a bit of a rascal, which is something that we hope we get a couple rascals in this school and can civilize them as Teddy was ultimately civilized. But he was, by all accounts, intellectually and athletically gifted. He had all the opportunity before him to go and to succeed, which in just about everything that he did succeed in. But what's more telling about Quentin is the man he became. So as gifted and as privileged as he was, what really strikes one about Quentin was his soul, was the type of virtue that he espoused. A young man who could have had all of the comforts and safety that being the son of a president would afford one, and instead decided to become a pursuit pilot and to go up and fly over in the skies of Europe, defending freedom and actually sacrificing his life for that cause, dying on Bastille Day, July 14th, 1918, for the sake of freedom. A noble pursuit, a noble man, and someone that I believe our students can walk into this school not only coming to know better, but coming to appreciate and hopefully espouse with their own lives. Great Hearts, as you all know, is so much more, as it's already been said, than just preparing kids for a career, for the marketplace. We do that better than anyone in this state. And we can prove that by the men and women that are now building great businesses and institutions and doing wonderful things in research, on research faculty across the world, in fact. But more importantly than all that, our students have a sense of what it means to be good. What it means, more importantly, to build strong families, to be a good wife and a good husband, to be a good mother and a good father, to be a noble and good employee, to be a good employer, to build well, to build great institutions that serve humanity. That is what our communities need more than anything else. So many schools can solve the getting you into college, but how many of them every day, day in and day out, will break their backs and sacrifice for the souls of their children? That is what Great Hearts was stood up to do, and that's what it does so well. Like Quentin, we want our students to pursue not only excellence in the academic and athletic spheres, but we want them to pursue excellence when it comes to their souls, to virtue, to living a noble life. And that is what we will do on this ground. It is a great, great blessing, to be a part of this work. And as it has already been said, thank you to all of you, everybody here who has made it possible. There will be wonderful things happening in this space. We can't wait to see it happen. And Mayor and everybody else, thank you so much for making it possible for Great Hearts, and we look forward to the great things to come. Tony?
Carrick, the next speaker is a current father at Archway Trivium East. Lieutenant Colonel Peter H. Cosette is the commander, actually, of the 944th OSF Operation Support Flight, 944th Fighter Wing at Luke Air Force Base here in Arizona. I want to say so much more, but he told me not to. He crossed it all out on my sheet. So I'm not allowed to say all the awesome things that he does and the ways that he serves both the city and his country. But he was born in San Francisco, California, and received his commission in 2003 from the United States Air Force Academy. He has served as an instructor pilot, flight evaluator, flight commander, and director of operations. And during his career, which includes 2 overseas assignments, he has logged over 2,000 flight hours in the F-16 and F-35. And if you've never been to Luke Air Force Base and you've never stood in front of one of these beautiful, massive machines, they're amazing and super complicated. And he's going to take me up soon in one. Lieutenant Colonel Cosette earned his master's degrees at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Florida, and he is currently assigned to Luke Air Force Base as a full-time reservist and an F-35 evaluator and instructor pilot with the 944th Fighter Wing. Please welcome with me Lieutenant Colonel Pete Cosette. Pete Bolt Cosette. Can I get that bolt in there?
Thank you very much. All right, thank you. I'm really humbled just to be here, and here with my family, Sarah, Roman, and Sophia. this is the beginning of something really great. Last night we celebrated my daughter's 10th birthday, and we got to sit down as a family and look at photos from over the years of her and her brother growing up, photos of them playing sports, photos of them doing great things and going on family adventures. But the photos that stood out to me the most were the photos where they worked hard in sports or overcame a challenge, where they figured something out or they experienced something new, where you could see their kind hearts and see them loving friends and loving family members, and when they were expressing themselves. The things any parent would want in their kids. My son Roman's in the 6th grade at Trivium Prep, and my daughter Sophia, she's in the 4th grade at Archway Trivium East. And as I think back to them growing up, I think about what has shaped them as kids. Sarah and I have done the best we could being parents and helping them grow up. But at Great Hearts, the teachers' aides, the Athenaeum instructors, the teachers themselves, the school leadership, and the kids' classmates have been such a huge part of shaping their lives, and we're really grateful to have been a part of it all. My kids are confident, critical thinkers. They are sincere friends to others, incredible citizens who respect their country, and they are curious about life. Rowan and Sophia going to Great Hearts has also changed me. It's taught me patience when working through some homework assignments with them. The school's devotion to the growth of our kids has inspired us, has inspired both me and Sarah. And it's gotten us excited about getting involved with not just the school, but with our local community. It hasn't been all sunshine and roses, though. Our kids' experience at Great Hearts has been very challenging, and not everything has come naturally. Both our kids and us as parents are held to a higher standard at Great Hearts. We have learned the value of doing hard things and of failing, and also learning to persevere. This school, the curriculum, and their teachers build resilient kids who have an incredible foundation to solve problems. A lot of the problems that they're going to have to solve in the future. To the parents, building the physical building of the school is going to be hard, but building this beautiful school, just like all the other Great Hearts Academies, and building the community of parents and supporters, will have our work cut out for us. It'll be tough to develop the culture and environment, but we all have to work on this together. When my son started kindergarten at Archway Trivium East, the walls were bare, there was no mascot, there wasn't even a flagpole. But the faculty and parents jumped in and cultivated the culture into what it is today. It's our responsibility. So I challenge all of our families to get involved, to support wherever you can, and it'll be well worth it. The school is going to be great, and I'm looking forward to seeing the community grow. It's going to take a little bit of support from us as parents, but I'm also looking forward to that too. Thank you very much.
So this time what I'd like to do is invite Headmaster Philibom, Eric, and I saw 4 children.
They're around.
Yeah, the 4 children around. And we're gonna turn some dirt here to officially commemorate our groundbreaking event. Are we following all necessary protocols here for hard hats for the children?
That work? Yeah.
All right, what do I do now? There we go.
All right. Mayor will follow you.
All right.
Usually there's a countdown.
All right, you count down?
You want to count down?
Yeah. Count 5.
4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Dirt! You know that the beginning is the most important part of any work, especially in the case of a young and tender thing, for that is a time at which the character is being formed and the desired impression is more readily taken. This quote, taken from the dialogue in Plato's Republic, highlights for me the glorious burden that we face as educators, as parents, and as leaders. We must begin with the end in mind in our work. In this dialogue, Socrates was talking about the formation of the soul of a child, the kinds of stories that we share with them and tell them so that when they are older, they become the best version of themselves, the best kind of people. And in thinking on that, I wondered to myself, what types of stories will the hearts of our children hear as they live in, play in, and grow in the city of Buckeye? And how will these stories shape their souls as they build the future of the city of Buckeye? And then I realized that we have come to, in so many ways, a unique intersection of both civil and moral work necessary to grow a great city. I'm reminded by Aristotle in his Politics that, quote, a great city is not to be confounded by a populous one. I'm reminded that it is not the size of a city that represents its quality. We are growing fast, and we will continue to do so. But that will not make us great. We will attract large companies and create economic opportunities. We will build the infrastructure necessary to create economic opportunities to support them. But that is not going to make us great. What will make the city of Buckeye great is not the number of people here, but the quality of those people, the men and women who have committed themselves to the pursuit of the highest ideals of love and service to one another, desiring the best for each other. And as I've gotten the chance to meet and to know leaders locally who have committed their lives to serving the citizens of Buckeye, and as I've come to get to know the citizens of Buckeye too, I've quickly recognized something beautiful. This work of making the city great has already begun. And we, as Greathearts, have the blessing of joining all of you in doing this work. Our contribution will be unique in that we will cultivate the souls of the children here so that one day they can continue the good work of making the city great as it grows. And in so many ways, we are here not simply to help form the souls of our students who come to us, but by extension, the soul of a new city at the beginning of its journey to become great. And we are here, all of us, because we know, as Plato did, that the beginning of something is the most important. And so together we will cultivate the heart of Buckeye itself into the pursuit of the good, true, and beautiful, so that when people hear and talk about Buckeye across the country, their hearts too will resonate for these ideals and compel them to come and join us in our labor. Now, this may seem like lofty ideals for a school to have, and that's okay. Henry David Thoreau once wrote, "If you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost. There is where they should be. Now, put foundations under them." And so we are committing ourselves to nurturing and cultivating the hearts of students so that they can become ideal citizens who can help build the ideal city, hardworking, critical thinkers who love one another and serve one another for the common good. And these ideals are our castles in the sky. And we are here because we are willing to invest ourselves in the good and lasting work necessary in order to put the strong foundations underneath them. So let us build this together. Thank you so much for coming.